So good afternoon to all. Let us start today's discussion. In the last line, in the last lecture, we have seen the rectifiers, okay, half rectifiers, full rectifiers, and then last we have seen how we can remove the refills from the out using the filter. Okay, so use of filters we try to understand. So there we saw that we can use either inductor based filters or capacitor based filters, and then we can also use the combination of these inductor and capacitor also. Okay. So in the last lecture, we also announced that now in the coming lecture, we will be looking at this some application of the PN junction diodes. Okay. So one such application is here in the wave shaping. That is how to have a different uh, shapes of the say input waveform, okay, at the output. So basically, uh, sometimes there could be some applications in which we may need, say, some say particular level of the voltages at the output, not beyond than that. So how to achieve those things? Okay, so uh, for a particular time period, we will need the output and not for the others. So for these kind of circuits, we need to have a special arrangement here. So we are now trying to look here how we can have different shapes of the signals okay generated using the some arrangement of our PN junction diode. Okay, so this is very basic circuit here. The circuit which is shown here is can be understood as a Clipper circuit. So already we have actually studied the half-wave rectifier. So in the half-wave rectifier, we have seen that a part of the input signal is being clipped up, okay, and only half of the input signal was passed. Okay, so something like this kind of output we have. So we can see that in this circuit, completely half of the cycle of the input signal has been clipped here. Okay. So this is the clipped portion. So half of rectifier which we have seen, that is nothing but we can say that it is clipping completely one half cycle from the input signal. So this is an example of half-wave, okay, this clipper circuit, half-wave an example we can say. And in these circuits, we can see that the arrangement of the diode is in series with the load. So this, that's why these are also called as series clipper circuits. Okay. So the simple circuit we can see here displayed. So if we give some okay, other than the say sinusoid input, like here square input is given, then for this particular series clipper circuit, we can have the one half completely clipped up. Okay. So actually, these clipper circuits, we have a note here. We can read here. Clipper circuits are the combination of the DR, RD, or RDR. Okay. So where R stands for resistance and D stands for diode. Okay. So either we can have first diode appearing, then resistance, or first resistance appearing, then diode, or we can also have first resistance, then diode, and then again resistance. Okay, so these kind of circuits in which these components, resistance, diode, these are appearing in series. These are called actually series Clipper circuits. So understanding is quite simple here. We can analyze this as that if we have a voltage applied across this diode such that on the P side it is a positive polarity of the voltage and on the N side it is a negative polarity of the voltage, then this diode is going to be forward biased. So as soon as this is forward bias, we can replace this by a short circuit. In place of this, we can actually replace it by a short circuit and analyze. So this is the case for the, if we assume that the diode is ideal in that case. If it is a silicon diode or germanium diode, then there could be a 0.3 or 0.7 voltage drop across this diode, which can also be taken into account. And in more realistic case, if resistance forward by diode can also be taken into account. Okay. So our equivalent circuit may look like this here. In such a case, just we have replaced the diode, the short circuit, and there is a resistance R, and the input here it is. Input is generally not shown in this circuit, but it is understood that there is a voltage source like this, which is varying in nature now. This VI. Okay. So in this here we can apply the KVL. Okay, KVL can be applied. The values are not actually shown correctly, but we can assign like this here with a given polarity on the voltage for which the diode is becoming on. We shall take that polarity of the voltage here, and if current I is assumed to flow, okay, I is the case here. So the voltage drop across this resistance will be say V naught. So if we uh, do a little analysis like this here, then our values with their polarity are known to us, and we can easily apply the KVL into this loop now. Okay. So minus Vi plus V naught is going to be equal to 0 if we apply the KVL to this loop, and it happens that V naught is equal to Vi. V naught is equal to Vi means output voltage is same as the input voltage here right now. Okay. So for this particular output voltage is valid only for the case when we have the polarity of the input voltage with positive okay, positive polarity facing to the P side of the diode and negative facing to the N side for the case when the diode is on. Whereas if the as soon as our polarity is going to change, say okay, like this minus plus, then this diode will become off, okay, and it will be just like open circuit here, and our equivalent circuit will look like this here. Input voltage Vi now with the reverse polarity minus plus. One can also assume one fictitious current to flow like this here, which may have a voltage drop across this to be equal to this V naught. Okay, but because this current is going to be 0, okay, there is no need of analyzing anything. Output voltage will be equal to 0 because the output voltage is nothing but current I times R with the shown polarity. If one takes the real diode, in that case, this value may not be 0. Okay, this should also be understood here. Why this value may not be 0? Because in the reverse bias diode, which is assumed here open circuit, may not be really open circuit. In the reverse bias case, it may offer a very large resistance. Let us call RR here. Okay, it may not be really open circuit, but may offer a very high resistance. So in that case, one can replace this diode by a resistance of very high value, which is shown by RR here. In the forward bias, this value we generally show by RF, okay, and this is RR. So one can analyze like this here. In this case, current I will be VI upon I plus R. One can this let us call this as RR. Okay, R plus RR. Or one can also write RL plus RR. Okay. So this is very small. This current is very small. So voltage so developed across load resistance RL may be very small. So this is only when we are knowing the resistance in the reverse case. Okay, this is for simplistic analysis. We simply assume it at open circuit, current is 0 and no output is clear. Okay. So for this it is very easy to understand that for the first half the diode is on and output is zero, and for the half cycle diode is off and there is no output. Okay, we can also have just the direction of this diode to be reversed like this. If the direction of the diode is reversed, input voltage is upon suppose this is the output voltage. Now in this case, what will happen for the positive half cycle? The diode is going to be off, okay, and the output will be 0. Whereas for the negative half cycle, the diode will be on and we will have the output equal to the input voltage. Okay. So for this year, we will have 0 output for the first half cycle and output will be equal to the input. Okay. With this polarity. Okay. So this is also a half-wave rectifier. Okay. This is also a half-wave rectifier which is clipping now the positive half and passing the negative half. Whereas in the earlier case, it was passing the positive half, clipping the negative half. Okay. So, irrespective of the kind of input signal, okay, whether it is triangular, sawtooth, sinusoidal, for every type of input signal, this will behave similarly. Another case could be here that instead of connecting the diode in series, we are connecting it in parallel with the load. Okay. So output node is here. One is connecting the diode in parallel with the output here. Okay, so this is called as shunt connection or parallel connection. Okay, so analysis of the diode is same, that we have to first find out whether the diode is on or off. Okay, so if the input polarity of the voltage is say with this P side positive, N side negative, then this is going to be on, and we can replace this diode by a short circuit. So if we replace this by a short circuit, then output is shorted. Okay, output is shorted means there will be no output voltage. Okay, output voltage will become 0. So in the series connection, when the diode was on, we were getting the output voltage equal to input voltage, whereas here in this case, when the diode is on, we will get the output to be equal to 0. Whereas for the other half cycle, the input reverses this polarity. Okay, with this polarity minus plus. So with this polarity, the diode is going to be off now. So if the diode is off, we can replace this by open circuit. Okay. So if we replace this by open circuit, our circuit will look like this here. Resistance R is here, VI voltage is here, with this polarity here, and output voltage is there, some output voltage is there, say. Now in this case, in this loop, we can see that the current is 0. Okay, because there we can see that the diode is off, there is no path through which the current can flow. So voltage drop across this resistance is going to be 0. I times R, the voltage drop across the resistance is going to be 0. Okay. Now we can apply the KVL into this loop, assuming that the output voltage is V naught. So minus VI minus V naught to equal to 0. So V naught will be equal to minus VI here. With the shown polarity. Shown polarity means positive polarity on this side and negative on this side. Okay, with this polarity. So our output is equal to input in magnitude, but with the reverse polarity here. So we can see here that if we apply the same input voltage, as already we have seen, so for the positive half cycle, we have the output to be equal to 0 here. In this region, output is 0. Whereas for the next half cycle, we have the output to be equal to input. And similarly for the other input waveform. So we can see that it is quite easy to analyze these circuits. Okay, it is not limited to generate or clip the positive half full cycle or negative half full cycle, but we can also clip these signals at some desired level. Okay, how we can do it? Let us try to understand here. Okay, the upper one is just the simple one, clipping the positive half or negative half The below one is if we add some potential source along with the diode, then we can clip these voltages at some desired level like this. Okay. We can actually try to see, actually this is an example of the series clipper circuit. So just one is starting with this series connection of the diode and adding some potential here, potential source, okay, some in series now. Similarly, we can also take the shunt clippers, and again there we can also add some potential sources along with the diode to have the desired the clipping of the signals at a desired level. Okay, so that can also be done there. What we will do now, we can take some of these cases here and try to analyze how we can analyze here. Okay, so suppose we take the first circuit or any of this circuit we can take here. Okay, let us take the first circuit. Okay. That's a, there are four actually arrangements here on the same circuit. In one case, we can see that the voltage signal is applied with positive on this side, negative on this side. Here also positive on this side, negative on this side, but here the diode direction is reversed. Similarly, in the below, minus plus is here, and the diode direction reversed. Okay, so all these four cases are similar. Only all the permutation and combinations are shown over here. That either we can have either of these only four cases we can have the connections in the series clippers. Okay, so let us take a case here. Okay, so say input voltage Vi is here, some voltage level is here, plus minus V, and a diode is here, resistance. Output voltage plus minus V naught. So suppose some input voltage is applied here, Vi, which is having some peak value Vm. Okay. In such a case, what we have to look here, that this potential source V, which we are applying here, should not exceed the peak value of the input voltages. Okay. Okay, so now let us analyze here. So starting from this input voltage Vi is equal to 0 and a value greater than 0, we can take, and then let us see what happens. If we remove this, okay, for the time being, let us assume that this voltage source is not present. Okay, and input voltage we apply, input voltage initially in the first positive half will have this kind of polarity. Okay, so with this kind of polarity, we have this negative polarity of the voltage seen at P side and positive on the N side. Okay, if we assume the ideal case that there is no current flowing, no voltage drop is appearing across the resistance R, so then full voltage, input voltage will be seen across the diode. Okay, that is the ideal case. So to have an idea about whether the diode is going to be on or off, this is important. Okay. So by this kind of polarity of the voltage, what we see that the diode should be off. Okay, because our diode is here being applied a minus plus this kind of voltage here. So this is going to be off. Okay. And we know that the diode will be giving the output voltage when the diode is on in the series clipper circuits. Okay. That means the output voltage will be there when there is some current flowing through this resistance R, which will make a voltage drop equal to I times R here. Okay. So that is the general idea which we shall start with. In such a circuit, if the current is there, then this will make a voltage drop across the resistance, which will appear as a output voltage. Now, also we can see one more thing here, that diode will be on only when we have a resultant voltage across this diode with this polarity, and in that case the current will be flowing in this direction and voltage drop will be with this polarity. Okay, so it means output voltage is going to be negative kind of thing. Okay. So in the positive half cycle, it seems that it is difficult to get the diode to be forward bias, because even we have removed the potential source here and seen this case that the diode is off with respect to the input voltage Vi, when this has the polarity positive on the upside and negative on the downside. Now suppose let us try to look at the case, what is the effect of this voltage source applied V. We are not looking at in Vi now, only V here. So for this here, we can just mentally okay, right now I am trying here, but later on we can do it mentally. So just we are removing the input voltage Vi. Okay, we are assuming IGF Vi is not present, only this potential source V is present. So now the potential source B has such a polarity such that negative voltage is applied on the N side and positive on the P side. Suppose input voltage is not there, then diode seems to be on. Okay, right now. In the earlier case, we tried to remove the voltage V in the first case. Okay, first case means which I didn't draw here. Let me draw that also here for more clarity. Okay, so in the earlier case, we assume that V is equal to 0 and try to look at what happens when input voltage is changing. And in the second case, we made Vi equal to 0 and then see the effect of voltage V. Actually, when we try to solve such kind of diode circuits, uh, we can do this. Okay, this is actually also known as superposition theorem. We take these sources one by one, may see the response separately, and the response can be added together to find out the total response. Okay, superposition theorem. So something like that. Now we are trying with here actually. Once we remove the DC voltage V, and in the next case we are removing the varying voltage Vi. So the DC voltage V seems to make the diode on here, and the current is going to be. So this is the case. Okay, when we start now, let us take the input voltage Vi here, starting with 0 here. So at Vi is equal to 0, just at the starting. Only we have the voltage source B here. Okay, so the second case here, this is going to be correct for this. Okay, and the diode is on. Only we have to find out the range of the voltages, okay, for which our diode is on. Because in that range, for those voltages only, we are going to get the output voltage. Also, we can try to say that in the other way, that one can also try to find out the range of voltages for which the diode is off. Okay, so that output is not present there. Okay. Now let us look at say one more thing here. By this analysis, it is clear that input voltage Vi and this voltage source B, these are trying to oppose each other. Why? Because of the first half, we just see that polarity of the voltages are approaching each other. Okay, let me redraw again this case. Okay, please stop me if there is any doubt at any moment. So for the first positive half, our polarity of the input voltage is as shown here. The voltage, DC voltage which we are applying is having this polarity. Okay. So in this loop, if we look at this, these voltages are opposing each other, V and Vi. Okay, so that is obvious. This will not actually oppose if the polarities are like this here. Okay, alternate plus minus. Here we can see minus plus plus minus. That's why these are opposing. Okay, so in this way we can just see whether what is happening here. Okay, so the resultant voltage is going to be applied across the diode. That's what we have to now learn. So the resultant voltage, let us say that Vi minus B. Let us say that. One can also say that now argue if Bi is less than B, if Bi is greater than B, that will come here. So if Vi is less than B, then B will have a negative value. If Vi is less than B, if Vi is greater than B, then B will have a positive value. Positive value means the resultant voltage is going to be to have the same polarity as the input voltage Vi. Input voltage Vi is having this polarity plus minus, so that polarity will be there. If it is negative, it means the resultant potential is having the potential of the polarity of AC voltage source. In this being applied or being so we can take here say Bi greater than B first here. If Vi is greater than B, then the resultant potential due to all these will be that of Vi. we can replace these potentials and we can write here B effective maybe with this potential source, and this will make the diode off. Okay, is this clear? Diode will be off here. Whereas in the other case, when Vi is less than V, we have a resultant negative potential. Okay, this kind of potential will be here, and this will make the diode on. So this gives a kind of comparison that for what range of the voltages, input voltages, our diode is going to be on or off. Okay. So it now is not the absolute value of the input voltage, or it is not the absolute value of the DC voltage source applied in the series of the diode, which decides whether the diode is on or off, but it is the effective value which will decide now. Okay, so we have to be very careful in writing the polarity of the voltages here. Okay, so we can now here take BI is greater than V. Okay. So we can take a voltage level here, which is equal to Vi is equal to V. For comparison, that what happens below this and what happens above this. Okay. So above this, when the value comes, then the diode is off, and when the values are below this, then the diode is on. Thus we have seen these facts. So it means output will be seen when we are having the input voltage less than V. Now we have to think in terms of the effective voltage. So in this case, effective voltage is having negative value. Negative value means here. So let us now say that actually so many things are here. Now let us come into this picture here. So when what happened? Okay. So starting with Vi is equal to 0. Okay, let us start with Vi is equal to 0. Then if for the Vi is equal to 0, we will have the effective voltage across the diode to be of the negative polarity. Okay. What we are saying here is that this is not there as if, and the net polarity across this diode is of the this polarity. Okay, so P side is positive as compared to the N side. This makes the diode on and the current is flowing. Okay. So there is no other drop in the circuit. We can see there is no other drop in the circuit. Okay, we can apply KVL in this. So suppose that voltage drop across the diode is also taken to be 0. When this diode is on, let us assume that it is also acting as a short circuit here, and there is no voltage drop across this diode. So let us assuming these facts. So minus V minus V naught equal to 0 means V naught is equal to minus V. V naught is equal to minus V. Okay. So V naught is equal to minus V means the polarity of the voltage which we have taken here is not in reality it is, but it is just opposite to that. Okay. So output is equal to in this case minus V when input voltage is 0. Now let us take the same polarity as it is having V, that is minus plus here of input voltage Vi. Actually, this is going to increase here. We are not looking at this. We are taking here. We can also take this side. Okay. In this side already we have seen one thing. Let us draw here first. That when input is 0 here, so our output is actually minus B. So here we are here. Okay, this is the output here. This is input. So when input is 0, then our output here is actually here. We are here minus B. Okay. Now our input is say increasing, and as already we have discussed that if Vi is say equal to V, just equal to, we can also draw this boundary here, which I removed earlier. So this is a for comparison with the input. Okay. So when Vi is just equal to V in the positive direction. Okay, let us take positive direction only for the first this polarity. Okay. So the resultant potential will be equal to 0. Any potential just greater than V will give a potential across this diode such that B have a resultant potential which will make the diode off. Is that clear or not? Because the input voltage is having this polarity here, and these are opposing each other. So resultant potential across this will be with this polarity, which will make the diode off. So above this, the diode is off. So diode is going to be off for this time period. we can just drop here, okay, like this. This is time period for which the diode is off. So what happens when the diode is off? We are going to get a zero potential. Okay. So what is happening between this duration when the diode is on? We are having an effective potential equal to Vi minus V, okay, which will be seen at the output. So as Vi is increasing, this Vi minus V will also increase. So in this duration, our output voltage is going to increase like this, sinusoidally like this. So it is increasing from minus B volt to 0 volt. And for this duration, when the diode is off, we will have a 0 voltage at the output. And after this here, input, what will happen that our input is now decreasing, coming below V. So again, our effective voltage becomes negative, okay, across the diode, and the diode becomes on, and our output will start appearing again. So again, after this, our output increases, and from the point where input voltage is 0, here again we will have minus V volt. Actually, both sides should be symmetric here. Okay, something like this. This is not line actually. Okay, this is a part of the sinusoid. And as the input voltage now after this reverses this polarity, we have sorry, we have this polarity here. Okay, so with this polarity here, what we see that our diode will remain on. Okay, and active voltage which is there is now this voltage V plus Vi with this polarity. Actually, we can again see that the voltage output will be this polarity here, because the current is going to flow in this direction here. Okay, so let us say that output voltage is V not here. We can apply KVL. Actually, these voltages can be found by using KVL easily. So minus B minus 0 V plus I. Take the reverse polarity, then its value will be negative, minus. Okay, so there is no actually means we cannot say that it is wrong. Okay, one can also take the polarity, reference polarity as here, but one will be getting a negative value for that. That is also correct. Okay, if one is taking this kind of polarity here, minus plus, then one will get a positive value. Also, okay, both values are correct, but one should plot it correctly. So it means potential V plus Vi is happening. What is the maximum value? Maximum value of the input voltage is Vm. So peak value of the output voltage will also be equal to Vm plus Vi. Okay. So peak value, we can say V output peak will be equal to V plus Vm with this polarity minus plus, okay, this polarity. So peak value is happening here. We can also just mark here with this peak value, say coming here somewhere, V plus Vm. So we can have this kind of output, and this will repeat itself. Okay. So in detail, we try to just look at one case here of the series clipper circuit, that how we can draw the output voltage. Okay. So in this way, one can attempt here these different cases. Okay, there are 4 cases here. One can do argument in the same way, find out the part of the input signal for which the diode is going to be on. We will be getting the output for that duration. For the duration of the diode, when it is off, we will have no output voltage. Just reverse is going to happen for the parallel case. Okay, in the parallel, we have seen that when the diode is on, in that case we are going to get a zero output voltage, whereas for this case here, if the diode is connected in this way, if the diode is reversed, then we are going to get the output voltage when the diode is off here. Means in the parallel case, okay, in the shunt clippers, we are going to get the output voltage when the diode is off, okay, and the output is going to be zero when the diode is on, because it is starting the output. Okay, so the similar thing can be used to design again 4 different types of shunt clippers, in which one can apply some voltage along with the diode to clip at certain labels. Again, we have to go in the same way, that in the now having a single input voltage Vi, we are having uh, an additional voltage source V here, DC voltage. So effective voltage of both is going to be applied across the diode, and we have to look into that. So and also we have to see the polarities of this input supply voltage and the voltage source, additional voltage source used here. Okay. So together these two will decide whether the diode is on or off, and if the diode is on, we will have output voltage now not zero. When we actually have this additional voltage source, then diode will be on, it will be short circuit, but the voltage source is not getting short circuited. Okay, the voltage source is there, so the amount of voltage, DC voltage, now will appear at the output, because that's what it is. So when diode is on, we are now not getting a zero voltage, but equal to a voltage, this source value, DC source, okay, which is up used. Whereas when the diode is off, this voltage source, this DC source has nothing to do with. Okay, output is going to be equal to the input voltage. Okay. Okay, just I'm leaving now. Okay, so we stop here. You can attempt all these different cases. Okay. So time is over. Okay, thank you all. We will stop here. You can attempt more problems like this.